Hey y'all, it is October the 23rd, 2024. We be flying headlong into election pandemonium soon, dude. It's like next week, dude. I mean, it's coming up. It's close. I don't think it's next week, but it's a couple of weeks from now. Alright, we got Bella right here. Shout out to Bella. She'll be helping me. Alright, in her own way. I don't want to be too long because honestly, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm fixing to crash out on y'all. But I did want to bring up, because there are some developments. We're going to talk about it more later. But I figure I'll go ahead and upload this in the morning for anybody who's curious. Well, I mean, of course, you could always just Google it. But we're talking about Suzanne Simpson. There's been developments on the case, right? We don't have. I want to talk about these developments at great length, all right, but we don't have time to do it right now. I just wanted to let you know so you could be abreast of the situation. All right, but before I even I just popped onto Google right now, and it showed me this picture, and the headline: BCSO, that's Bexar County Sheriff's Office, skeletal remains discovered in far west Bexar County field. Now, when it says skeletal remains, I wasn't sure. Perhaps they had found Susan, but it's a little bit more decomposed than even Susan would be at this point. Not Susan, but Suzanne. Sorry about that. Both those names are very similar, obviously. But Suzanne, right? It wasn't Suzanne. It was somebody who's been dead for over a year. The sun has been bleached there. Skeletal remains and all that. So that's not who that is, right? Trust me, there are more bodies that haven't been found in San Antonio. That's for sure. But check this out. San Antonio mom of four, Suzanne Simpson, still missing after husband, still missing to this moment after what does it say? What's the headline? And all the headlines are just like it, but missing after her husband, his business partner, been arrested. So already her husband was arrested, and we knew that, Brad Simpson. Well, this article is going to go ahead and explain, and all the other articles, I'm going to show you real quick. They're all talking about this. So this is what everybody's talking about. Real estate tycoon's son. Let's think about it. A man by the name Cotter or something. The son of some big real estate tycoon. He done been arrested. Like I said, man, there's plenty of details that I would like to share with you out of these articles right now. But I just wanted to let you know that that's the case. And it seems as though it's James Valle Cotter, whatever the hell. And he's the one, he's Brad's friend, real quickly. And you can find out more, but he's Brad's friend. And in fact, they had worked on some projects together getting that money in real estate and stuff like that. So he happens to be Brad's friend, and the story I've been reading allegedly is that husband reached out to James Valle Cotter, son of now deceased real estate tycoon in San Antonio, James F. Cotter. Alright, he reached out to the guy, and we got to get more information and stuff. We don't really have time to read all these articles, all right, but he called him up in order to dispose of a weapon. Look, it says dispose of a weapon for Brad Simpson, possibly linked. That's what's interesting, possibly linked to Suzanne Simpson's disappearance. That's what's kind of interesting. They had some odd details about this gun. Apparently there was a gun that was carefully hidden after a communication between, this is all alleged, between Brad Simpson, what the hell? Closest. Brad Simpson and his friend James. Alright? And so he he goes ahead and he asks James, hey man, can I hide this thing? You're my only chance. You're my only hope. Allegedly, he did this all over text message. And that's what I mean by dumb. If people are dumb as hell, dude. And they could be making millions of dollars and they could be living a fancy high life, but really dumb. Really, really dumb. And it's He got himself into a pickle. He bit off way more than he could chew, is what it looks like. And then he snapped. He might have planned it a little bit, but he was not in his right mind, allegedly, if this is the case. But I mean, it's more and more incriminating every day. If you're texting your friend, you got to get rid of some weapon, and your wife's been missing. It's all over social media and everything. You're talking about all this over the phone. It's like, do you think that you're gonna say stuff over the phone and then people aren't gonna find out? That's what you think, right? Or you're just so desperate that you're just not thinking at all. That's what I would lean towards. Now, I gotta get up out of here. I wanna get some rest. But like, it throws some X factor in there, really, when you think about it. Because remember the whole incident, after the R got all up in the neighborhood, the neighbors hearing them like tussling or something, struggling. And he's just like trying to blow it off or whatever. He's noticing it, but he's like trying to mind his own business. And then somewhere in the woods comes some screams from a full grown lady. And the neighbor heard it, but he didn't call the police. He's just like, man, I wonder what the hell's going on. And so we don't know what's going on. But what's weird is that there's odd details about the gun. It was hidden in the wall, allegedly, of this guy, his friend James Cotter. And it was hidden carefully in the wall, and they carefully found it, easy as hell, with the dog, who I guess sniffs out weapons. I swear, that's what was in some of these articles. So they found it very easily. So there was a gun, and it was being hidden. They were texting all about it, and yeah, so now we know all about it. What's the X factor though is because nobody heard gunshots. It's not any report like of witnesses hearing gunshots. If you're hearing a lady scream, then you're damn sure for sure gonna hear the gunshots. All right, unless there's some sort of silencer situation. I haven't heard nothing about that. So that would lead me to believe whatever nefarious reason for this gun, and I think it might have been illegal. I'm not sure. I might have to look into it. But some reports say it was like adapted into a machine gun. I don't know if that's accurate, but I've seen reports that say that. And it's like, but no one heard gunshots there that night. So it throws an X factor into it. I mean, well, what the hell's going on here? Well, they need this explained to me how this all went down, right? And I think for sure in time, as time goes on, we'll definitely find out. It seems like Brad is dumb as all get out. I can't even believe it. So it's October the 23rd, 2024, and we're gonna stay glued to this freaking. If you're interested in this particular case, know that we're gonna stick with it till the end. All right, so you might as well subscribe, might as well like it, you might as well pay me all sort of money and stuff. I don't know how or why, but you ought to do it. You ought to find out how and why. I'll let y'all a little bit later.